RealAgriculture.com's coverage of Canada's Outdoor Farm Show 2012 is brought to you by Pride Seeds, High Stick NT, and SoybeanSchool.com.
Cover crops are mixes. We get a lot of questions about what kind of mixes are possible, and as many people as have imagination, you'll come up with different opportunities or different reasons for these mixes. This one is a rye oat mix, 2 grasses. One will kill out by itself over the winter, the other will stay in. This one is good for if you want a forage crop that you want to harvest and you still want some green material left over. Probably not the most common one, because a lot of people will grow the oats because it will kill itself out, or they'll grow the rye because they want the winter cover and the early spring cover. The mix will be for some very specific applications. Rye hairy vetch. This one's a kind of a cool mix because you get the legume and the perennial together, or the legume and the grass together, I mean. The hairy vetch might or might not winter kill, but you're going to get more growth going up the plant because as the rye grows, the vetch is going to grow taller with it. You can see here you've already got these tentacles where in the other plot they were just all over the ground. Here they're already attaching themselves to the rye, and so they'll grow up and it will make it just a nicer density, I think. The next one is a mix between oilseed radish and rye. Most commonly we will see oilseed radish and oats because it will winter kill. But for somebody that wants some fall cover, but they've also got some nitrogen and they want some spring cover as well, the oilseed radish will kill out, leaving the rye for next year. This mix is a really good nitrogen scavenger because the oilseed radish has been added to it. Where there's oats in this mix, again, when the oilseed radish and the oats kill out, they will help, I think, to hold that nitrogen in place. And same with the rye. You've got the nitrogen scavenging that the oilseed radish has done. As the oilseed radish releases its nitrogen next spring, the rye will make use of it. The breaking down of the oats, if the oats has been killed, will also help to prevent that nitrogen from being lost and hopefully make it more available to the following corn crop. The last cover crop is a 6-way blend of oats, rye, oilseed radish, peas, sorghum Sudan, and sunflower. A lot of people will put a mix like this in, minus the sunflowers, as a grazing mix. Some people call it the kitchen sink mix, whatever's left over. And there's all kinds of farmers that have found, like for example, one farmer will have some spinach seed, or they'll have some seed that's locally available to them that they'll put into that mix. Diversity means you've got a variety of different growth patterns, different root growth, and different purposes. So if one doesn't grow as well, the other one might. For grazing, the cattle or the whatever animals will figure out what they like the best, and that will be gone the first. So it's just kind of an interesting mix of trying different growth patterns. And so here you've got warm and cool season species, you've got legumes, you've got grasses, you've got broadleaves, so you've got the whole mix, and that will just help with soil cover. And then this last one is just the roots that we saw in the soil pit. There's one other cover crop that might be of interest. It's over here with the trees. Todd planted some cover crops between some tree crops. He has problems every year with deer, and so he thought if he grew some turnip, maybe the deer would eat the turnip before they ate the trees. And it's an interesting experiment. He's also done the same thing with red clover. He's put some red clover between the trees, again as a bit of a cover and also as a bit of a nitrogen producer. So it's an interesting way to just take cover crops that one step further.